cancel culture, which is a term that I think diminishes the significance of this. Terms like woke and politically correct and cancel culture, to me, they don't really communicate the gravity of what we're talking about. Genocides and hard tyrannies start with movements like this, the demonization campaigns, the canceling, etc. We live in an increasingly regressive era, an illiberal era. And just take universities as an example. When I was in academia not that long ago, universities were actually legitimately liberal in ideals, meaning the message is don't trust the self-proclaimed experts. Psalm 146, put not your trust in princes. Question everything. Free thought, open dialogue. Be a nonconformist when necessary. But now with what seems like a quasi-religious devotion to a politically correct dogma, in this ironic name of diversity and tolerance, you get no tolerance for diversity of thought. The most important diversity there is, freedom of speech and thought. Emotional outrage trumps reason. Dialogue is banished. Dissent is maligned as hate. And a newly invented human right, apparently the right to not be offended, overrules freedom of speech, which is a religious freedom to go and speak God's word and speak truth. Instead of traditional biblical values, there's an imposition of a counterfeit values system rooted in cultural Marxism, and it becomes a straitjacket upon the mind and upon the conduct and upon the speech, kind of like Puritans, right? Is this the illiberal, regressive new Puritanism? And it's not just speech controls that are applied. These things tend then toward economic sanctions, which is a precedent to no buy, no sell, and things coming out in the future. Say maybe individuals have been fired or not hired or not promoted at their jobs because they don't align. How about no jab, no job? Taking away payment processors. This has actually happened for thought crimes, removing privileges to use Uber, Airbnb, and other real-world applications, actual debanking of politically incorrect figures. You could find in the hundreds stories of this thing under this not very scary sounding name, cancel culture, where people are deplatformed from social media because they're prominent opponents of the narrative, or they're shadow banned on social media, or there's been manipulation of search algorithms to suppress ideas that don't align with the narrative. Corporate advertisers, this is interesting because there used to be a healthy skepticism for corporate power, and now corporations are lauded for exerting their power to eliminate speech, and they do so with much influence. Comedians, athletes, other influencers canceled because of truthful but offensive speech.